Hello and welcome to Daily Records. I'm Tommy Burton, and today's album is the 1987, June 17th, 1987 release, Pleased to Meet Me by The Replacements, a favorite band amongst the VC. And a lot of people love this album, and rightfully so. It's a really good album. To me, it's probably the most accessible of the Replacements. Now, a little background on it. The band at this point was just a trio. After Tim, this came after the album 10. This is their fifth album. Bob Stinson was I don't know the story if he was kicked out or what. He may have just quit. There's a lot of mixed thoughts about that. But, creative differences, things like that always get cited. But this was the album that they recorded after Stinson left, and it's just a more accessible sound. So this is a record you could put on. I mean, some Replacements music can be challenging or a little difficult, but this is one you can put on and probably instantly sink your teeth into. Paul Westerberg writes just these incredibly hooky type songs. And so the punk stuff is still here, but it's definitely more of sort of a spirit behind the music. So there's a little bit of soul, maybe even some sort of jazz type music on there, just next to that sort of heavy hitting sound. Now, another big connection to this album for me is that this was produced by Jim Dickinson, and a lot of people know Jim Dickinson, Memphis, Tennessee legend, who recorded Big Star's third album. And funny enough, this is the album featuring the song Alex Chilton, which is the Replacements tribute to the Big Star's Alex Chilton. And, of course, it features the line, "I never go far without a little Big Star." But Jim Dickinson definitely was into getting the band sort of out of its comfort zone. There's some saxophones, and horns on songs like "Can't Hardly Wait." There's saxophones on like "I Don't Know" and "Nightclub Jitters." And so it's quite interesting. Now, the song "IOU," which is the first song on the album, supposedly was a sort of a response. Apparently, Paul Westerberg had seen Iggy Pop. Somebody had asked Iggy Pop for an autograph, and he wrote "I owe you nothing." So probably not the nicest way to treat a fan, but who knows? Also, if you watched MTV, there was a song called "The Ledge," but it was banned because it was a song about suicide. There also, in addition to, I talked about "Can't Hardly Wait," but there's a film from the late 90s called "Can't Hardly Wait." So this is an influential album. It runs deep with a lot of listeners, and it's definitely sort of probably the Replacements' first sort of big release. And it was an acclaimed album because it was just had a lot of vibrant sort of guitar sounds, and just a good solid rock and roll album. And I think this probably was likely the last sort of great Replacements album. I think they really were trying at this point and had something to prove. And maybe perhaps with Stinson gone, that Paul Westerberg just rose to the occasion and just really wrote some really, really nice songs. But that is the Replacements, Pleased to Meet Me. Definitely a worthy album. And even if you're unsure about the Replacements, I have a feeling that you'll probably get something out of this one. And so that's it. If you know this album or have some comments, do it down below. I encourage you. Love interacting with you guys. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. Check out my other channel. It's in the description box. And in the meantime, I'll see you again tomorrow with another Daily Record.